Okay, now I will start the code walk for iteration 2. So first start with the app.js document. So in the iteration 2, instead of just put all the screens into the app.js, so I created two stacks. The first one is auth stack with sign up, login, and profile. So this is when user need authentications. So this will show up. And we also have app stack. This is after users log in, after the authorization. So we have main menus, which link to tab stack. We have order information, post order screen, profile, map. And you can see here, and this one I just use its user authenticate variable, a state variable to check whether the user has been logged in or not. You use the onAuth state change function. And you can see here, if the user authentication is true, then we rendered app stack. Otherwise, we rendered auth stack. So as I said, so my part was part of the sign up and login page and profile, and the whole part of post order screen, order information, and also the provider screen, order screens, and map. So first start with look at the tab stack. So in tab stack, as I said, we created the bottom, I'm sorry, this bottom tab navigator with our three main screens, which is search, orders, and also to be a providers. And you can see here, I just created a tab navigator and rendered in the app.js file. So first start with search screen. Start with a profile screen. So in this screen, this is where the user, after the user login, this will be first directed to navigated to this page to check if the user has completed the files, completed the informations or not. So basically in this screen file, we have bottom. We have a name, we have address, and we have email. And what is different between the second iteration and the first iteration is I updated the map things. So you can see here, when I press, it's still a button. It's still a pressable button. But when I press the buttons, it will navigate to the map.js file. So what is map.js file? You can see here. So this is the part where we use locations to let users to one is to let users to find where he live. The second one is like this one, find my location. The second part is the user can select locations, which is confirm select locations. And in order to do that, I created two user variables, user state variables. The first one is location, which will store the user select point. And also I use foreground permissions to get authorized by the user to use their location. And this function will return two things. One is response, and another one is request permission. And the reason why we have this is I want to use the verify permissions. So if the user said yes, then it will return true. If the user didn't respond, then we'll return the user selections. And in this part, when user clicks the first find my location, this function locate user handle will be called. So this will be called. So this will get the user permission. We first check if the user has permitted this, and then this will call this get current position ASIC to get the user's location with the longitude and latitude, and we then give the set the locations to be result.course.latitude and result.course.longitude, and just set the variables to that value. And the reason why we do this is because since we have already the location use the variables, then we can render right here. And we have a marker here. So the marker will take the location's longitude and latitude value, so that this will be shown in the map if user has selected a location. And we also have a button called confirm selected locations. And when user click this, I want to navigate back to profile and also pass the location things in this profile things. So we navigate back. And the reason why we also need a location here is because I use an external API, which is called Google Places in this place. So the reason I use that is I want to, hold on a second. I want to get the latitude and longitude from the parameters and use the external API to change the latitude and longitude to real address, so people can know the exactly, people can read the address, so it will show on the address. So after the users select complete the name, address, and also email, then users can click this one, update file. And when they click update file, this handle update will be called. So this basically first check if the user has input all the three text input, and then this will be, we will call the Firebase helper functions, which is get from DB, to first check if user has updated this before. If the user has completed this before, then this will be an update function. If not, it will be just set to DB function will be called. So this is a profile. And the user could also apply to be a provider. So this will be provider screens. And there's also some, like you need to check his email name and address. And also user can select experience, open for work. This will be switch. And the user can also, since we have different types of service that provider can check, which is right here. We have dog walking, pet sitting, grooming, and trainings. So user can, if they want to be a provider, they can check. Then this will be basically same as the first iterations. But in this iteration 2, I changed the database. I changed the collections in database. So in iteration 1, for the provider file, I have the name, email, and address, which is exactly the same as the user's collections. So I think it's redundant. So in iteration 2, so provider file only have experience and open for work, and the key will be the UID. And for the users, it will have name, address, and email. So it will be same key values, but in 2 collections. And you can see here, just store the values into that collections. And also, I think. So this function is so when users when user update his file, he can choose open for work or not. And if he selects not open to work, then the service switch will be hidden. And we also have handle service toggle. So this function handle which will be shown like the selections. And this part is done by my teammates. She did this image. And when user finish this, he can click submit, and it will basically just take the experience, open for work, service, all the services he selected, and also the image, a URL, and just push them into, we use setDB functions to push them to providers collections. And that's for provider screens. And we also have search screens. So in search screens, it will render the different, we call it we call it just use a flat list to render each providers, and a provider will be using a component called provider items. So this and in the top containers, this will be a map. And the map will just show how many markers have been, how many providers are in the map. So you can select the providers, then you can see which one you choose. I can give you a look at the search screens. We'll direct to this one, provide items. So just basically take the provider information out and make them nice in the screen. And after all the items have been rendered, user can and because you can see here, these are basically same as the first iteration. So user can still press the button. It's still a button. And when press the button, will direct to the post order screens. So user can post his orders, and this will be also similar as the first iterations. So users will, but we have one more things is also the image things, and also user can select a date and what service he want, and then post the orders. We have two buttons here. One is confirm, and another is cancel. When user press confirm, this handle confirm function will be called. So first check if the user is logged in, and then it will be post this order data into database. The collections will be orders with what service request, date, user ID, and provider ID. So that when you look at one order, you know which one is the provider, which one is the users. And we have also the render order screen. So the order screens will be basically show each rendered the order items as flat list. They basically same ideas as the provider screens. You can see here we have order items with each order and navigate to order information. So the order items will basically take out all the orders and check if there's it's the post order or the received order, and render in different colors and a different background. And when you click the orders, so different part will be a different. If you are receivers, then you can see here. If you are receivers, it will render as order information. Look at the order information screen. So we'll basically take the this will be a check if you're a provider or you are the client. So if you are providers, then this part will be shown. So just show the client informations in the orders, and the provider can just check for confirm this order or reject. If you are a client, then you can see all the providers informations, and since you are a client, you can also cancel the orders. So that will be the two features in this order info screens.